games, and if the league gave you any more of an explanation than the rest of the world got?
I don't have too much to too much to add. Lots been said about it. A lot of people talking about it. The league made their decision. I don't necessarily agree with it. I'm not saying that there shouldn't have been any penalty or any suspension or anything like that. Maybe I just, it might be a little bit harsh, but understand their decision and move on.
What about the lead up to your cross check? How did you see that with Garland?
How did I see it? I mean, I'm just trying to tie the game. I'm not really looking to engage with them. Obviously, there's lots of holding down. He holds my head down for a little bit and stuff like that. But I can't have that reaction. Obviously, I know that. Everyone knows that. Not the reaction that I'm proud of or that anyone wants to see out of me. And I understand that. And that being said, obviously there's lots of infractions going on there. Maybe the whole thing's avoided with a blow of the whistle or something like that. So, but again, I can't have that reaction.
Conor, did you see that neither referee had his hand up?
I did not. I had my head between my legs, so I didn't see what the ref's reaction was.
So you're waiting for, you thought in your own mind, the longer this goes, there's going to be what's the longer?
Yeah, I think the longer obviously I know where we are in the time of the game and how much, what we're trying to do, and the longer it goes, the more you're thinking there's going to be something. But I understand that the refs have a hard job, and with that being said, my job's hard too. Everyone's got a hard job. That's why we're in this business. So, yeah.
So one of the things that's come out of this over the last couple of days is, in an NFL game, on a Hail Mary pass, if there's interference with 1 second left, it's interference.
Mm-hmm.
And in soccer, if there's a penalty in a box with 5 seconds left, there's a kick. But in hockey, that penalty that gets called all day doesn't get called in the last 30 seconds. Are we just stuck with that? Is that our game, or what do you think?
It certainly seems like that. It certainly seems like that's the way it's going. I think everybody as players across the league, not just me, not just guys in this room, but I think across the league just want to see the game called. A penalty in the first is a penalty in the third. A penalty in October is a penalty in April. So I think guys just want that standard, want that consistency. I would say that's a big part of it, is just the consistency, which is tough to ask for, that goes from game to game, ref to ref. So, again, as I said, the refs have a hard job. I have nothing but the utmost respect for the refs and the work that they do. It's a thankless job. It really is. But with that being said, just call the game.
To start the season after that Winnipeg series, we're going back a few years, you kind of said, I'd like the rule book to be called. Is that kind of what you're getting at here? Do you feel kind of that way again a little bit?
I mean, if any player around the league is asking for anything other than that, that would be surprising. I think that's what fans want. I think that's what media want. I think that's what the league should want. The rule book's there in place for a reason. Just because maybe one guy draws more than another guy, or one team draws more than the other team, then that's the way it is. If it's 4 penalties to 1, then it's 4 penalties to 1. It's just you just want to see it called. But again, I'm going to keep hammering this away. I don't have a problem with the refs. I got a lot of respect for them. I can't have that reaction no matter the situation.
Have you noticed, like the statistics would show this last season here, that on a game-to-game basis, you're not getting as many calls as you had in previous years, even 2-3 years ago. Have you noticed a difference in what isn't getting called and what isn't? And have you sensed that you're not getting those calls this year?
It feels like as a team we're drawing less. I'm sure the numbers would say that too, but just from the eye test or the field test, it feels like our team struggles to get power plays. We get maybe two a night, maybe less. So I definitely noticed that this year. Is that a indication of maybe how much we're attacking, or I don't know? It feels like we're attacking a lot. We got the puck a lot. We certainly do that. we attack the net a lot. I think we average, second most shots a game. So we're obviously going at the net a lot. We have it a lot. You'd think that would result in more penalties drawn, but for whatever reason it's not, and we'll just keep plugging away. Nothing we can do about it.
You think the skilled players get penalized because you're a skilled player, and they figure, well, we can't call a penalty, and every time Mario said it, Gretz used to say it. We're skilled.
JR said it.
JR
Well,
said it. For sure they said it.
Well, I mean, go back to other sports, right? Like, I think the quarterback draws the most penalties. Why is that? Because he's got the ball the most. That's not anything other than he's got the ball more than other guys, so he draws more penalties. In our game, usually if you have the puck, you're going to draw more penalties. We got the puck a lot. We attack the net a lot, it feels like. It feels like maybe we could draw a couple more. But do you want me to say it again, or do you want me to not say it again? I got a lot of respect for the refs. Like, it's, it is, so.
It becomes a standard thing more than an individual referee thing. It's the people that are giving the refs instructions, right? Your team leads hockey in possession time with a puck. You lead hockey in possession time in the offensive zone. You're ranked 27th in power plays received, right? So can you make those numbers square for me?
It's like trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. It's not going to add up. I'm not going to make it add up. It is what it is. I'm not sure why it's that way, but yeah.
You played a ton of hockey last season. You played a lot already this year. You're going to the Four Nations.
Yeah.
Whether you want this week off or not, you got it. You're like an hour and 20 out there today. Like, strategy-wise, is there some thought to, like, making sure you get the rest that others are going to get this year that aren't going?
I'd love to play. What am I going to do? I'd rather be on the ice than sitting at home resting. It's not like I can get a week away in Cabo. So, I'm here. No, I'm here. I want to support the team. I want to be here for the team. I want to be here to get myself ready to roll when it is time. We'll have 6 games before the break, and we want to go into the break on a high note. I always feel that's important. How you go into a break is important, and that's my main focus here.
Last one from here. You have had some pretty hard physical plays in the last 4 or 5 games. Laferriere, Johansson, Garland. Is this Conor McDavid changing his game a little bit to find some space on the ice himself? You want me to go over all the plays? I think the LA hit is not anything other than being physical in a game where I thought we could have used it. I thought it was a little bit of a dull game where I'm trying to get my guys going as the leader of the team, and hard on the back check and finish a hit. It's obviously extremely unfortunate that whatever he's dealing with. The Johansson one, it's tough to skate with your arms tucked in. I'm not trying to get him at all, obviously. That's extremely unfortunate, and I feel awful about that. Like, it's the league alluded to history in the suspension. I am not sure I have that necessarily that history of being a dirty player. With that being said, they made their decision based on whatever they based their decision on. I would have to think that it's not all based on one play. I would think that there's lots of influences that go into their decision, which is unfortunate. It's unfortunate that that's the way it is. But I don't think. Obviously, I'm not trying to hurt guys. Every game I go out there, I'm thinking, how am I going to score? How am I going to make plays? How am I going to help the team win? It's not, who am I going to elbow next? Like, that's not who I am. I don't think anyone here thinks that. An unfortunate week.